The Horizon is one option to consider if you're tired of dealing with slow load times and laggy performance in your current gaming setup. I'm going to take a close look at it, and I want to be upfront. This review is based on my research, and the link to buy it will be in the description as an affiliate link. I'm not sponsored by the brand, so you can expect an honest review. The Horizon falls into the category of high-end gaming PCs, designed for serious gamers who want top-notch performance. It's priced in the premium tier, typically around $2,500 to $3,000, which is what you'd expect for a system with these specs. If you're someone who spends a lot of time playing demanding games, streaming, or doing resource-intensive work, this might be worth considering. If you're someone who values high-quality graphics, fast load times, and a smooth gaming experience, the Horizon could be a good fit. It's got a powerful Core i9 processor, 64GB of RAM, and a combination of fast NVMe storage and a large hard drive for storage. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 OC graphics card is also a major selling point, with support for real-time ray tracing and DLSS 4.0. In terms of build and box contents, the Horizon is a substantial system, weighing in at around 30 pounds, with a sleek, tower-style design. The materials are mostly metal, with a glass side panel, and the finish is a premium-looking black and silver. Typically, you can expect to find the system itself, a power cord, and some documentation in the box. One thing to note is that some users have reported issues with the cooling system, so that's something to keep an eye on. Now, let's talk about real-world use. I've researched how the Horizon performs in a variety of scenarios. For example, if you're playing a demanding game like Cyberpunk 2077, the Horizon can handle it with ease, delivering smooth frame rates and fast load times. The RTX 5070 OC graphics card really shines in this scenario, with detailed graphics and realistic lighting. However, if you're playing a less demanding game like Minecraft, you might not notice as much of a difference, and the Horizon might be overkill for that type of game. Another scenario where the Horizon excels is in content creation. If you're a streamer or YouTuber, you'll appreciate the fast rendering times and smooth video editing performance. The 64GB of RAM and fast storage make a big difference in this scenario. On the other hand, if you're just browsing the web and checking email, the Horizon is probably more power than you need, and you might be better off with a more budget-friendly option. In a scenario where you're using the Horizon for video editing, it can handle 4K footage with ease, and the fast storage means you can work with large files without slowing down. However, if you're working with extremely high-resolution footage, like 8K, you might start to notice some slowdown. Additionally, if you're planning to use the Horizon for virtual reality gaming, it's got the power to handle it, with support for VR headsets and fast motion tracking. The Horizon also handles multitasking well, so if you're someone who likes to have multiple apps open at the same time, you won't notice any significant slowdown. However, if you're planning to use it for extremely resource-intensive tasks like 3D modeling or scientific simulations, you might start to notice some limitations. Now, let's talk about some of the weaknesses of the Horizon. One of the biggest drawbacks is the price. It's a significant investment, and you'll need to consider whether the performance justifies the cost. For example, if you're on a tight budget, you might be able to find a more affordable option that still meets your needs. Additionally, some users have reported issues with the cooling system, which can lead to overheating and decreased performance. This is something to keep an eye on, especially if you plan to use the Horizon for extended periods of time. Another weakness is that the Horizon is a large and heavy system, which can make it difficult to move around or fit into smaller spaces. This is something to consider if you have limited desk space or plan to take your system to LAN parties. Finally, some users have reported that the system can be a bit loud, especially when the fans are running at full speed. This is something to consider if you plan to use the Horizon in a quiet environment. In terms of value, the Horizon is definitely a premium product, and you're paying for the high-quality components and performance. However, if you're on a tight budget, you might be able to find a more affordable option that still meets your needs. The current pricing is available in the description via the affiliate link, so you can check that out for yourself. In my opinion, the Horizon is suited for two types of buyers: serious gamers who want the best performance possible, and content creators who need a powerful system for video editing and streaming. However, if you're a casual gamer or just need a system for basic tasks like browsing the web and checking email, you might want to look elsewhere. If you're planning to use your system for extremely resource-intensive tasks like 3D modeling or scientific simulations, you might also want to consider a more specialized system.